There's a question that we all need to ask ourselves at some point. Why is it that those who are destined for greatness, those who are chosen, must endure trials and tribulations before they can truly rise to their ultimate potential? Why can't the journey to enlightenment be simple, straightforward, and painless? Well, the answer lies in the very fabric of the spiritual universe. You see, the path of the chosen one is not meant to be easy. It's meant to test, to challenge, and ultimately to transform. When we talk about being chosen, we're not talking about some external force picking you out of a crowd. It's about a deep, internal calling, a resonance that vibrates within your very being. You feel it, don't you? That stirring in your soul, that sense that you were meant for something more. You've always known it. But here's the thing: before your vibration can skyrocket, before your energy can expand to its fullest potential, you must first endure spiritual tests. It's not a punishment, it's preparation. Without these tests, without this refining process, you simply wouldn't be ready for the power and the enlightenment that's waiting for you.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Think about it. Can you build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation? No, of course not. The same principle applies to your spiritual journey. The trials you face, those moments of darkness, those times when you feel like giving up, those are the moments that strengthen you, that solidify your foundation. And once your foundation is strong, your vibration can rise without fear of collapse. But it's deeper than just building strength. It's about alignment. You see, the universe is a finely tuned symphony of energy, frequency, and vibration. And to truly unlock your potential, your vibration must be in harmony with the cosmic forces around you. Now, here's where things get interesting. You may think that these spiritual tests are obstacles, but they're actually opportunities. Opportunities for growth, for self-discovery, for transformation. Every challenge you face is like a mirror, reflecting back to you the parts of yourself that need healing, that need understanding. And as you move through these tests, as you learn the lessons they bring, your vibration begins to shift. It begins to rise. But here's the question I want you to really sit with. Why do we resist these tests? Why do we cling to comfort, to the familiar, when we know deep down that true growth only comes from stepping outside of our comfort zone? It's because the ego, our false sense of self, is terrified of change. The ego wants to keep you small, to keep you safe. But the soul, your true self, it craves expansion. And the only way to expand is to face the tests, to walk through the fire. And let me tell you, I know what it's like to walk through that fire. I've been there. I've felt the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty. I've questioned whether I was strong enough to endure. But here's the thing: you are. You are stronger than you know. And the spiritual tests you are facing right now, they are specifically designed for you. They are crafted in such a way that they will push you to your limits, but they will not break you. They will transform you. You see, the universe doesn't give us more than we can handle. It gives us exactly what we need to grow, to evolve, to reach that next level of consciousness. And the reason you must endure these tests before your vibration skyrockets is because the higher your vibration, the more responsibility you carry. Higher vibrations come with greater awareness, greater power, and greater influence. You are being prepared for something monumental, something that will not only change your life but will ripple out and impact the lives of those around you. Can you feel it? That energy that's building within you? It's the energy of transformation. But here's the thing, energy on its own isn't enough. It needs to be directed, channeled, focused. And that's what these spiritual tests do. They help you refine your energy, your vibration, so that when the time comes, you are ready to step into your power fully and completely. So I want to ask you, what is the test that you are facing right now? What is the challenge that is standing between you and your highest potential? And more importantly, how are you responding to it? Are you resisting it, fighting against it, or are you embracing it, seeing it for the gift that it truly is? Because that's the key. The moment you stop resisting, the moment you surrender to the process, that's when your vibration begins to shift. That's when the magic happens. The power of surrender, how letting go transforms your vibration. We talk a lot about raising our vibration, about aligning with higher frequencies, but what does that actually mean? And more importantly, how do we get there? You see, the spiritual tests you endure are not just about pushing through, about muscling your way to the other side. No, that's the ego talking. The real power comes from surrender, from letting go, from trusting the process. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can surrender possibly lead to power? It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? But here's the truth: when you surrender, you are not giving up. You are aligning. You are aligning with the flow of the universe, with the natural rhythms of energy and vibration that are already at work in your life. And when you align, everything becomes easier. The struggle falls away, and suddenly you find yourself moving with the current rather than against it. But surrender is not easy. It requires trust. It requires faith. It requires you to let go of control, to release the need for certainty, and to step into the unknown. And that's scary. I get it. But here's the thing: the unknown is where the magic happens. It's where transformation occurs. And the reason so many people stay stuck, the reason their vibration never truly skyrockets, is because they're too afraid to let go. They cling to what's familiar, to what's safe, even if it no longer serves them. But you, as a chosen one, you are being called to something greater. You are being called to step into the unknown, to trust that the universe has your back, and to surrender to the flow of life. And here's the beautiful part: when you surrender, when you let go of the need to control, your vibration naturally begins to rise. You don't have to force it. You don't have to struggle. It just happens. Why? Because you are no longer blocking the flow of energy. You are no longer holding on to old patterns, old beliefs, old fears. You are open. You are expansive. And in that openness, in that expansiveness, your vibration can soar. But here's the question: what are you holding on to right now that is preventing you from surrendering? Is it fear, doubt, the need for control? Whatever it is, recognize that it is not serving you. It is keeping you small, keeping you stuck. And the moment you are willing to let it go, to release it, you will feel a shift. Your energy will begin to move in a new direction, and your vibration will start to rise. So I invite you to take a deep breath right now. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, imagine yourself letting go of whatever is holding you back. Feel the tension release from your body, from your soul. And as you do, know that you are making space for something new, something expensive, something powerful. This is the power of surrender, This is how you transform your vibration. The alchemy of transformation, how spiritual tests turn pain into power. You see, spiritual tests are not just about endurance, they are about alchemy. They are about taking the raw materials of your life, the pain, the challenges, the struggles, and transforming them into something beautiful, something powerful. And this is why the chosen ones must endure these tests. Because without the fire, there is no transformation. Without the challenge, there is no growth. Think of a diamond. Do you know how a diamond is formed? It's created under immense pressure, deep within the earth. Without that pressure, it would remain a lump of carbon, nothing special. But because of the pressure, because of the heat, it transforms into something rare, something valuable, something that shines. The same is true for you. The pressure you feel, the challenges you face, they are not here to break you. They are here to transform you, to refine you, to help you shine. But here's the key: you must be willing to endure the process. You must be willing to face the fire, to walk through the challenges with an open heart and an open mind. Because it is through this process that your vibration begins to rise. It is through this process that you become the person you were always meant to be. And here's the thing: the higher your vibration, the more you can handle. The more light you can hold, the more energy you can direct. And this is why the chosen ones must endure spiritual tests before their vibration skyrockets. Because you are being prepared for something greater. You are being prepared to hold more light, to carry more power, to fulfill your purpose on this earth. So, I want you to ask yourself, what is the fire that you are walking through right now? And more importantly, how are you choosing to walk through it? Are you resisting it, fighting against it, or are you embracing it, trusting that it is refining you, transforming you, preparing you for something greater? Because that's the choice you have. You can resist, or you can surrender. You can fight against the process, or you can trust it. And the moment you choose to trust, to surrender, to embrace the alchemy of transformation, that's when your vibration will begin to skyrocket. So, my friend, I ask you, are you ready to transform? Are you ready to step into your power, to embrace the challenges before you, and to rise to a new level of consciousness? Because that's what's waiting for you. That's the gift that spiritual tests bring. And when you are willing to endure, when you are willing to face the fire, you will find that your vibration doesn't just rise, it soars. Now that we've talked about surrender and transformation, let's move deeper into the concept of patience. Because here's the thing: true spiritual ascension doesn't happen overnight. It's not a quick fix. It's not something you can rush through. It's a journey, and like all journeys worth taking, it requires time, effort, and most importantly, patience. But in a world that moves so fast, where everything is immediate and instant, patience has become a rare quality. And yet, for the chosen ones, patience is essential. Why? Because spiritual growth is not linear. It's not a straight line from point A to point B. It's more like a spiral. Sometimes you move forward, sometimes you circle back, and sometimes it feels like you're standing still. But even in those moments of stillness, even when it feels like nothing is happening, trust me, the universe is working behind the scenes. Your energy is shifting, your vibration is recalibrating, and you are being prepared for the next leap. This is where most people struggle. They get frustrated when they don't see immediate results. They want their vibration to skyrocket now. But here's the truth: if you force the process, if you try to skip steps or rush through the tests, you will only delay your progress. Why? because the universe works on its own timeline, not yours. And if you're truly going to align with the higher vibrations, you need to be in sync with the flow of divine timing. So let's explore this for a moment. Why is patience so hard? Why do we resist it? Why do we feel the need to rush through life, to achieve everything as quickly as possible? It's because we've been conditioned to believe that faster is better, that speed equals success. But in the spiritual realm, the opposite is true. It's in the slow, deliberate unfolding of life that we find the deepest growth. It's in the moments of stillness, the pauses between the storms, where our souls truly evolve. Think about nature. A tree doesn't grow overnight. It takes years, sometimes decades, to reach its full height. But during that time, it's not just growing upward, it's also growing inward. Its roots are deepening, its foundation is getting stronger, so that when it finally reaches the sky, it's stable, it's grounded, and it can stand tall no matter what storms come its way. The same is true for you. Your spiritual journey is not just about reaching new heights. It's about deepening your roots, strengthening your foundation. And that takes time. So I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to be patient? Are you willing to trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't look the way you expected? Because that's what patience is, it's trust. It's trusting that the universe knows what it's doing, that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything is happening in perfect timing. And when you can trust that, when you can release the need to control the timing of your growth, that's when your vibration will begin to rise effortlessly. But patience isn't just about waiting. It's about how you wait. It's about staying present, staying engaged, staying open, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It's about embracing the journey, not just the destination. Because the truth is, the journey is the destination. Every step you take, every test you endure, every challenge you face is part of the process. It's part of your growth. And when you can see it that way, when you can embrace the journey with patience and trust, you will find that your vibration naturally begins to rise. The role of inner work, how self-reflection unlocks higher frequencies. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked on the spiritual path: inner work. You see, raising your vibration isn't just about external circumstances. It's not just about meditating more or surrounding yourself with positive energy. It's about going within. It's about looking at the parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, the shadows that you've been running from, and the wounds that you've buried deep inside. Because here's the thing: you can't raise your vibration if you're still carrying around heavy, unresolved energy. You can't ascend if you're weighed down by old patterns, old beliefs, and old trauma. This is why the chosen ones must endure spiritual tests. These tests are designed to bring up everything that's been hidden, everything that's been suppressed, so that it can be healed, released, and transformed. It's not always easy. In fact, it's often uncomfortable, painful even. But it's absolutely necessary, because until you do the inner work, until you face your shadows, your vibration will remain stuck. So let's get real for a moment. What are the shadows that you've been avoiding? What are the parts of yourself that you're afraid to look at? Because that's where the real work begins. It begins with self-reflection. It begins with being brutally honest with yourself about where you are, what you're carrying, and what you need to let go of. And that's not easy. It takes courage. It takes vulnerability. but it's the only way to truly raise your vibration. You see, higher vibrations are lighter. They are free from the dense, heavy energy of fear, guilt, shame, and anger. And if you want to operate at those higher frequencies, you have to be willing to release the lower ones. But in order to release them, you first have to acknowledge them. You have to bring them into the light of your awareness. And that's what inner work is. It's about shining a light on the parts of yourself that have been kept in the dark so that they can be healed. But here's the thing, inner work is not something you do once and then you're done. It's an ongoing process. Just like physical health requires regular exercise and care, your spiritual health requires regular self-reflection and inner work. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Because every time you release an old pattern, every time you heal a wound, every time you let go of a limiting belief, your vibration rises. You become lighter, freer, more aligned with the truth of who you are. So I want to ask you, what inner work are you being called to do right now? What old patterns are coming up for you? What limiting beliefs are holding you back? And are you willing to face them, to heal them, to release them, so that you can rise to the next level of your spiritual journey? Because that's the key to raising your vibration. It's not about escaping the world or transcending your humanity. It's about embracing all of who you are, shadows and all, and allowing yourself to be transformed from the inside out. You see, spiritual growth is not just about personal ascension. It's not just about raising your own vibration for the sake of feeling good or achieving enlightenment. True spiritual growth is about service. It's about using your gifts, your energy, and your vibration to uplift others, to contribute to the greater good, to be a force of love and light in the world. Here's the thing, the more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve, the more your vibration rises. Why? Because compassion and service are some of the highest vibrations you can operate at. When you are in a state of compassion, when you are giving from your heart, you are aligned with the purest, most powerful energy in the universe, the energy of love. And love is the highest vibration there is. But here's the question, are you willing to serve? Are you willing to use your gifts, your energy, your vibration, not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of others? Because that's the final test. That's what it means to truly be chosen. It's not just about your personal ascension, it's about how you can use your ascension to uplift the world around you. And here's the beautiful thing, when you serve, when you give, when you operate from a place of love and compassion, your vibration skyrockets. It's a natural, effortless process, because in giving to others, you are also giving to yourself. In uplifting others, you are uplifting yourself. It's the ultimate spiritual paradox. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve, the more you grow. So I invite you to ask yourself, how can I be of service? How can I use my gifts, my energy, my vibration to make a positive impact in the world? Because that's the final step in this spiritual journey. It's not just about raising your vibration for your own sake. It's about raising your vibration so that you can help raise the vibration of the planet. And when you step into that role, when you embrace your purpose as a chosen one, you will find that your vibration doesn't just rise, it soars to heights you never thought possible. And that, my friend, is the true gift of the spiritual tests you endure. They are not just about personal growth. They are about preparing you for a higher purpose, a greater mission, a life of service and love. And when you embrace that mission, when you step into your role as a chosen one, you will find that everything falls into place. Your vibration will skyrocket, your energy will expand, and you will become a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. So I leave you with this final question. Are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to embrace the tests, to do the inner work, to surrender to the process, and to serve from a place of love and compassion? Because that's what it means to be chosen. That's what it means to raise your vibration. And when you do, the world will never be the same again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being willing to endure the tests, to walk the path, and to rise to your highest potential. The world needs you now more than ever, and I know that you are ready. Thank you.